Hello. We are back.
Yeah.
It is a Monday. If I'm it should be. Give me the calendar. Fuck.
It's a
There we
Tuesday.
go. Well, today is a Tuesday. It is the 9th as of recording this, but this comes out on the 15th.
Yeah.
So, yay.
I'll be back up here.
Is that? Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, you'll be here. Is
No, I mean I'll be back up here.
Oh, you'll be back in Canada?
Yeah, I go back the Friday before this episode drops, and then I'm there until February. Yeah, it's beautiful.
That's great. They
It's money though.
Hey, money. They the day of this release is Martin Luther King Day, so happy Martin Luther King Day.
Happy birthday to my
Everyone.
nephew.
Happy birthday. Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his birthday is Martin Luther King Day.
I thought so. No, I think I remembered that being a thing because we were like,
Yeah.
oh shit, that's a thing now. That's cool.
Yeah.
But no, I was in all hopes I'm going to put this out into the universe now. Sunday, yesterday, as of the day of this release, the Lions will have played in their first playoff game in the first for the first time ever at Ford Field. In first time in Lions history. So, hopefully, I'm going to. This is what I'm going to put out there, is that we won, and we won like somewhere like 30 to like 32, 31 to like 24, 27, give or take a field goal. But that's my hope. I'm hoping to God that Stafford doesn't come into us and destroy our secondary and just throw touchdowns after touchdown. And that we do that instead. So let's. No one else gives a fuck but me. Let's do it. I'm just willing the world. Because if I call this, then we have to make this a clip, and I'll be like, I called this shit.
Yeah.
You heard me say it's the first, or it's January 9th.
Yeah. I already have an episode title in mind, but I don't know if I'd be able to change it. The episode title will either be Brandon was wrong or Brandon was right. But that means I have to know the score like Sunday night ASAP, because I'm packing my computer up before I go to bed.
Well, honestly, you just make both.
True.
How about you just make both, send them into the chat, and then I will upload like either happily or pissed. I will upload it after the game. I just got to remember to do that.
Yeah.
But
I'm texting in the chat now. If you could text me that on my phone, because my phone is charging over there.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I don't have any outlets over here.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna tell Penny to shut the fuck up.
I can't even hear her.
I can.
So it's just me and you guys. I don't know if this shows up on the green screen, but Brandon got a little bit of paint on there, or I did. So there's a nice little white splotch there. It's semen. Brandon, don't edit this out. He couldn't.
She won't stop. No, I didn't. She won't stop barking at the Amazon driver.
I get it.
And I'm just like, oh my god. But no, I'm gonna will that. Let's will that into the universe.
I'm about it.
I'm upset. I put some socks on because in the time that you were like, all right, I left work. I'm gonna hopefully be home. I was like, I should shower real quick, so I did. And I put socks on that I haven't worn in a long time. And they got a big old hole in the toe.
Dude, I don't need to pick up my work boots, but they're right here. They're gross and disgusting. This little spot here on both boots is a little bit too tight on my feet.
Oh man.
which I did not realize until I started wearing them constantly. And like, dude, I fucked up. Like, I didn't take a shower one day after work, so I went to work the next day like double gross. And this isn't great to hear, but you know, when you have like wet, gross feet, it makes it worse. So like, I have a nice gash on both feet right there, and that's what made me realize that all of my socks, I was like, why are these all getting holes in the same spot? Like, what the fuck is going on? It's because of these boots.
Damn.
Which means I should probably get a different pair, because it's bad. It's a gnarly little gash.
Dude, I hate that shit. Because, like, I'll even get that, like, saying the same spots in my shoes. I'm like, fuck. But, yeah, unfortunately, I was just like, I was trying to rush to get, because I still didn't make my drink yet. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go run downstairs, make my drink, get Penny to go to the bathroom. I don't have time to go grab another set of socks. But, like, I didn't notice until I was, like, out of my room. And I was like, oh, no. There's a hole. And it's infuriating because there's almost no better feeling than putting on brand new fresh socks, and there's almost nothing that upsets you more than, like, I feel like a hole in your sock is the equivalent of getting the butt splash on your butthole.
Yeah, no, I'll do you one step further, like, especially now that we're older, and I'm gonna make it even grosser.
Yeah.
Getting the fucking splash on your balls, man. That's how bad getting a hole in your socks is. Because it's like, it's the little Poseidon tickle, and you're like, no.
Yeah,
and then everything shrivels. Yeah, it's disgusting, man.
Yeah, there's no coming back from that. If it splashes your butt, you're like, all right, it's fine.
Yeah, it's
like,
a little... It feels a little cleaner.
It is gross. But it's still, like, you're already wiping, worse. So it is what it is. But yeah, it touches everything else, and you're like, no. Like, that is on there. I have to, like... Then it happens at work, and you're just, like, a disheveled piece of shit. Oh, yeah.
And then you got to walk around for the next hour or two, and you're like...
Everyone knows the water hit my balls.
Everyone knows.
That lady over there, she's looking in this direction. She is 100 feet away from me. She's looking this direction. She knows. Because she knows the water touched my balls.
She knows. Dude, one of the...
Has nothing to do with the supervisors behind me.
One of the phrases that has been stuck in my head for, like, months,
Sorry,
honestly.
Female listeners.
I don't remember where it's from. It might have been something that I just made up, like, because, you know, I've been practicing the voices again lately. But a phrase that's been stuck in my head, and one that I say constantly when I'm alone now, is, my dick touched the water. And I don't know what that's from. But, like, I walk around the hotel room, I fucking, like, I'll be making dinner or some shit, just out of nowhere, I'll just be like, my dick touched the water. And, like... Dude, I almost said it the other day in the fucking work bathroom. Because my dick touched the water, and I was like, my dick touched... No, don't say that out loud.
I want to remember where that's from. Oh my god.
I want to Google it, but also, like, I don't want to Google it.
Well, there's part of me that thinks I don't know if I've actually heard that. Like, I know obviously it's a thing, but, like, I don't know if I've heard someone say that exact phrasing.
Yeah, I can't think of where it's from, but I'm positive somebody has said it. Like, because it's a cadence, there's a voice to it, like, there's no way that I came up with it. But, like, I have no idea where it's from. And it's been stuck in my head since, like, before Thanksgiving for sure. Like, honestly, before I started here. So it's been stuck in my head since the last job. So...
I just imagine it's immediately just a... It's one of those things where, like, you're sitting there, you're on your phone, blah, 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 blah. And then just, my dick touched the water.
That's what it is. I'm sitting there making fucking dinner, just like making some chicken, and then just my dick touched the water, and then back immediately. And like, I'm worried that I have said it like around people.
Just don't make it your
The Tinder bio.
no. Oh yes. No. I mean,
I haven't been on that in years.
I'm gonna say that might work as a Tinder bio, but
No, I haven't been on there.
my
forever.
dick touched the water.
Tinder
No,
makes me depressed.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. No. If fuck, I lost where I was going with that. Where I started laughing, thinking about like your Tinder bio, and then some lady just being like, and then like, ew. There's like two ways to take it. There's like, ooh, and then there's, like,
Because you know it would pop in their head too. Like if the date went real well, and then like y'all were fooling around doing stuff, that she's down there, and then she just, oh, the dick touched the water.
did you at least shower?
No.
Just oh god, no. What's the Tourette?
Oh
Tourette
yeah,
twitch.
yeah.
I was like, don't make it that. Don't make like my dick touch the water, and just like, I'm sorry to people that might have, obviously, like that's not. It's not cool, but it's also funny, and I know they admit, like, there's... I mean, look, there's that girl that was on TikTok or Vine that she has the twitches, and
she's still around.
Like, she's just like, yeah, it is funny as fuck when I just yell this shit in the middle of an exam in my college. I'm just fuck you, Kyle. And it's like...
There was a streamer I watch. It might be the same girl, but I catch clips of her left and right, and... she was telling a story about how she, like, was at dinner with her friends, and they brought this new friend. So it was like a friend of a friend that she knew of but didn't meet yet. He was a black guy. And he was like, so, like, do certain phrases get stuck? Like, if somebody, repeats them constantly at you? He's like, I don't want to be rude or anything. I'm just, curious. She's like, oh, yeah. And then he immediately turned to her straight face and just kept repeating the N-word and was like, and I was like, oh, my God.
It's so evil, but at that point, though, he also needs to have to stand. He has to stand next to her.
Yeah.
From that, at least for a couple hours, because it's gonna cause a fight, and he has to be like, "Hold on, she's got a twitch. I did it to her because it's funny." And then everyone is there laughing at her. Yeah. And then it just becomes a crowd of a bunch of black people not understanding why no one is like, "Tell the white lady stop yelling it." Oh my gosh,
dude, she's got some funny ticks, and like, again, I'm not making fun of her for Tourette's, but she's even pointed out, she's like, some of these are hilarious, like you said, sitting in class and then just fuck you, Kyle, like,
yeah, I was dying because I kept sending that to my brother, of course. I had to.
Dude, I sometimes worry, like, I know I don't have Tourette's, but like, just the absent-minded, like, I get the vocal stems and shit. Like, I sometimes worry that I, like, pop Kermit out of nowhere. Like, I know I've done that in inopportune times for the bit, but I worry that my brain is like, this would be funny to say right now.
Yeah.
But I'm not aware of that thought process until after.
Yeah. Like, I've noticed at work, like, I'll have, obviously, like one does, you think about things or have conversations to yourself, and unfortunately, like, sometimes I talk to myself. I have to realize, I'm like, I'm at work, like, don't do that. You can't be fighting invisible people in your head, bro. At work. And it's like, because a lot of the time it happens when I'm just literally exhausted. And I am thinking about having to physically fight someone, because that thought at least gives me some version of adrenaline. So then I'm sitting there creating arguments in my head, and I'm just like, and I look crazy, but I'm also like, just droopy around.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Dude, I get bad, like, because I do, like, mental prep for D&D characters. So, like, knowing that we have the game, well, yesterday, as of the recording.
Yeah.
But knowing we have that game, like, and then I also have the Fallburn game, and then Monday I have the Pathfinder game. I'm like mentally prepping like, how would my character react in this scenario? Blah blah blah. So I'll catch myself sometimes like someone will talk to me and I'm like, I have to pause for a little bit and be like, all right, don't use the voice or don't respond the way the character would respond because I've been in my head for 3 hours with no one around me as that character.
Yeah. Yeah. See, like at my work, I'll end up a lot of the time I'm listening to a podcast, and then I'll like get too deep in a thought, and I have to pause the podcast because it's interrupting my thought.
And you got to go back.
And then then I have to rewind 15 seconds on the podcast to remember what was happening right when I paused it. It's annoying when coworkers randomly will just talk to me about something. I'm like, oh, I have to pause, and then it's not the worst, but
it's the worst when it's like lunch, like when you're on break. Yeah. That's when it's annoying. But like day to day, like I'm not allowed to have a headphone in, so I totally don't listen to anything at work. Ever.
Ever.
But if I were, and someone were to come up to me, say I was grinding all day to peel some metal off of parts, and maybe I'm listening to something. One, that's annoying because I'm grinding, so that's already loud. Like, and you expect me to stop what I'm doing so I could be like, what'd you say? Two, I gotta also stop that. If I were to hypothetically have a headphone in, which I don't ever.
Yeah. And even then, hypothetically, if you had a headphone in, you'd be also using it as ear protection from the fact that you're grinding shit. Because, like, I've had that where I had earbuds in because they're doing... they're starting to install the EV battery lines and all kinds of shit, and so they're doing all that at our plant. So like, they're hanging the steel framing from the ceiling. So there's construction guys like welding, and they were at least like last week when they were getting all those beams together, they're tightening down these fucking really strong fucking bolts and nuts. So it's loud as shit. So I was like, all right, like. I think that was like one of the I guess my work has been better about not bugging us too much about when we have it in sometimes, especially them, because then it was really easy to be like, that is literally like it's close to me. I'm not gonna not have that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's finally long enough for that. But yeah, no, I agree, man. Like, and they don't. My job doesn't care too much if you're doing shit like grinding. They're like, you're gonna be in a corner for like an hour.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't know. I lost my train of thought too.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Dude, it's been.
I know you had a really long day.
It's been fucking exhausting, man. We could talk about some of the shit off the podcast too.
Yeah, well, I did I was telling you where I strained my bicep like somewhere. It was like on I think it was Friday at work. I was like, what the hell? Like, I was on my way home from work and all of a sudden I felt it. I think it's because I started incorporating all the push-ups I said I was trying to do.
Yeah.
And then also I went home and worked out once or twice. So I was like, all right, I think it was just too much. And then moved it awkwardly and I strained my bicep. I was like, fuck, all right, well, you can't just jump into doing all that. So I was still going slow. So I have to I'm like giving it a day or two. But I said that to you and then you're like, yeah, I think I did the same thing.
Yeah. I don't know for sure if I did. Like, I'm still sore as shit, but like right now I just think I'm sore. Like, because
I get like a pop that feels like it's dislocated.
Yeah, I haven't had that yet. I get that all the time with the shoulder, but dude, I'm sore. I sent you the math I did. I carried that hood after today maybe 2 miles overall.
That's ridiculous.
It's heavy as balls, man.
I don't get why they don't just have like a cart.
Normally we
put it
do, but there's no space. Like literally, like when I carry the hood, like I carry it like this to where like my hand goes through, and I'm like holding
Like a
onto
shield.
it like that, like a shield, yeah. And then prop the top there, and I walk around like this for most areas, like because that's how much space I have. Like I got maybe a foot or two on the opposite sides, but I have to like hold it
But
like
yeah. Oh man.
that. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, because I asked too. I was like, "Do we got a cart?" Like, because this bitch is heavy, and like once it's fully assembled, which when it gets the outer on it, somebody helps me carry it because I can't put my arm through. But
Yeah.
everything before that, I'm like, dude, it's gonna take me, 10, 15 minutes to find somebody to help me carry it, and then one of us has to walk backwards. I'm just gonna fucking carry it so I can get it to the spot, and then find somebody to help me load it in where it goes, because I'm already moving
No.
too slow, like trying to learn all the shit and blah blah blah. Like I already have that anxiety of like they told me this should take 30 minutes and it's taking me an hour. Like, oh fuck, let's speed up somewhere,
Yeah. I mean, hey, if you're doing shit that should be having another person at least help you, like,
Yeah.
that's annoying, Like,
Yeah.
if you're having to maneuver, if you can't even just walk around, like, you have to maneuver all the way, that's why it takes you that long, that's not on you.
Yeah, well,
It's,
that's just the one spot where I can find easier time to take off.
Yeah.
Like it's all the other stuff, trying to figure out the geos and figure out how they want us to grind, cuz it should be quicker cuz they don't really care about it looking good when we grind off for what we're doing. But I'm still stuck at the Hero Tech way where I'm like, oh, I have to grind this like in a perfect way to get like the little J on it when I peel this part off. But I don't have to do that. I'm just stuck in like, all right, it needs to be a precise way, but it doesn't have to be. So I'm still trying to get around that,
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's fair. But then I guess, like, it's not... To me, that's not a bad thing to be like, oh, I made sure all of my grinds are really, really good, so the welds are going to be great.
Well, this
Like,
has nothing to do with the weld. I'm peeling the outer off. So it's like
Oh.
for this, like we're just throwing the outer away basically. But like back at Hero Tech, it was like you wanted to get a perfect one, that way you could measure certain spots, but like we're not measuring that, so we don't need that. But I'm still stuck in that, like, this is how I used to grind this part, like, but I don't have to do that. I can just fucking hack away at it,
Yeah, it's hard to throw it, but it's also hard to just, like, fight your subconscious and throw caution to the wind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
especially
relative
like
caution. Don't fight a Sosha.
Yeah, don't fight a Sosha. I definitely two-man carry all the time, OSHA.
Yes. And, to be honest, I feel like it'd be really hard for me to have an OSHA violation on my job, but
Yeah.
my specific job that I do of just putting parts on a cart.
Yeah.
My OSHA violations would be I started surfing the cart.
Yeah, that would be the easiest
I stood
way.
up on it while it was moving and was just doing this. And when I went by my manager and he was like, "Get down," I was like, "No," and then I got fired
Yeah.
for violating OSHA.
It would
But
be
yeah, like,
very easy to violate OSHA where I am. Very, very easy.
yeah, I don't imagine it's hard.
Yeah, I'm positive
I should've had
some of
another
the things I've done I didn't know were violations.
Well, I mean, I gotta be honest too. Like, because you're in Canada, is it a little different? Is there different violations?
Kinda. I mean, it's weird. Like, some of the things are more stringent, and then others,
Yeah.
not so much. Like, and it's also, like, I don't know if it's, like, because I'm not at, like, one of the big 3 plants, I'm, like, at the home plant, like, our headquarters. Like, people
Yeah.
get lax at headquarters left and right, like, I've even come in and done some things here where I'm like, hey, you should activate that safety switch, and they're like, oh yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
I'm all
don't
for
get
killed
by the robot.
Yeah, I'm all for like, oh fuck safety, but I'm also like, yeah, you should really do that thing, like
Yeah, do not be a fucking viral clip.
yeah, like I'll carry a heavy part by myself and probably hurt myself eventually, but I'm gonna make sure the robots are off, like,
yeah, I'm not. Yeah, thing that can move without me touching it. Yeah, I'm making sure it's turned off, and even then, I'm still staring at it because I imagine robots for some reason still have the ability for static energy, like a fish does when you take it out of the water. Like I'm just like,
oh
yeah.
I mean, there's safety's input into the logic, but like,
yeah,
that shit can fail. Or
and that's my thought.
Yeah, if you're going in and the robot's in a high position, like, sure, there's safeties in place to where it's not supposed to come down, but there's still gravity, and if something's fucked up, that's going to come down. So, like, if I'm going to go into the cell, hey, could you do me a favor and bring that robot down? Because I'm going to be working, like, in that area. Like,
yeah, exactly.
And most people, when you ask them that, they're like, oh, yeah, of course. They're like, oh, it shouldn't fall, but, yeah, it might. And I'm like, yeah, it might be like a 0.0001% chance, but...
Don't want to be that one.
Yeah. And if I am that one, please get your phone out. Tag Buffalo House.
Yeah, please. Let me, I would like... Let us at least get the views.
Yeah.
And I can come on the podcast and talk about by myself for like 5 minutes crying about the podcast, and then I'll just be like, and we cut to a clip, and then it's just you getting fucking murked by a robot hand, and then I'll be like, and that was it.
It was our highest performing video. Bye.
And then I'll buffalo myself with a large drink and like burp vomit myself as it and then I'll edit the cut right there, and it'll be and then that'll be the end of the podcast. And
That's the real funny part, but also the real depressing part is we would have to go back and edit like.
Well, that's the thing is, and then I'm having to sit here and throw the clip in you, and then, like, as I'm scrolling through, I'm just watching you die slower, like, just super fast in reverse and forward as I'm, like, editing.
Oh, and the audio's slightly off, so you gotta bash the audio.
I have to make a thumbnail. I'll just make a skull and crossbones in my face.
Oh.
Or just, like, a robot hand, and then... It'd be horrible.
It'd be funny as fuck, but yeah, that's oh my god.
I expect nothing less of me too. Same thing. If it happens to me, I just fucking 5-minute cry talk, a clip of me dying, and then Yeller, and then fucking out. Like,
dude.
Oh my god, that'd be horrible.
Not that I want that to happen, but again, if it ever does, I expect you to do it, and same for you. If one of us ever goes,
yeah, we gotta do it. It'd be the most like the worst. Like, it's just 5 minutes of crying, a death, and then like a happy goodbye. Thanks for listening and watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We love you.
Subscribe to the Patreon, as funeral costs are expensive.
Give it a like for Brandon. He'd like you to. He would have liked you to. Oh man. Even though face met pavement, he'd still like you to hit that like button. Just
Smash that like button as hard as the robot smashed his face.
He picked him up and just threw him straight clear across the whole plant.
Oh, God.
It's not
Again.
his fault. He had a... Yeah.
I don't want it to happen, but also that'd be fucking hilarious.
Oh, no, agreed. Well, there's... I've said it before on this podcast. There's something to be said about going out in exciting fashion.
Oh, yeah, man.
Like Patton Oswalt. He's like, I want to go out in the apocalypse. Because he's like a hardcore atheist, and he's like, I would love to just be proven wrong about everything I've ever believed in, all in the moment that I'm gonna die, and just just Armageddon is happening. And he's just like, oh my God, they called it. He's watching all of the people that believed and told him that he should believe just start floating to the sky like we told you. As he's watching a meteor just start to
full on rapture.
Yeah, just be part of the rapture. The ground is opening. There's just old ladies that you expected to be really nice just falling into chasms.
Dude, I think it'd be
just like,
it'd be hilarious, like, for you to get raptured, like, just not you specifically, but like me maybe as like a full non-believer. Just like the rapture happens and it's like, what? Oh, no fucking way. Like, I got accepted. I
didn't believe, and I'm still up. Just moving up. Honestly, though, but that would be the thing, is like... I mean, look, like, if we're end of the world, like, rapture happens, and, like, I mean, yeah, I'm not I say there's a 50-50 shot for me, so on the bigger chance of the 50, that... it's a 51% chance I'm not raptured. But, like, on that chance, like, if we're... Because, like, here's the thing, is, like, the problem is in this scenario, no matter what, I'm losing my wife. Because she's definitely she's going up.
Well,
so
here's the thing. I'm a minister.
So I'm just stuck by myself.
No,
because
you're good as long as we're close to each other. Because I would do the ultimate bro thing ever. If we were close to each other and the rapture happened, I would point at you and be like, "Confess your sins right now," and then I would just forgive you.
Yeah.
And then you're good to go. Like, boom.
Yeah. Okay, that works.
And if you had to be baptized, I got you. I'll just dunk you in some water, and then we're good to go.
All right, I'll start right now. So. In the 5th grade, I took an old woman in a wheelchair and threw her down the stairs.
Dude, what was funny is in my head I was like, so in the 5th grade, like right when you were saying it, we both fucked up in 5th grade. Oh, dude, no.
No, I don't even. Honestly, at that point, I'd just be like, fuck it, I'm good. I'm just gonna stay here. I'm gonna see, because then at that point, like, I don't know if my FOMO would be worse about not getting raptured and actually seeing what's up there, or going up there and not fully being immersed in what's going down here.
Yeah.
Because obviously down here, there's like,
shit's popping off. Shit's popping off down here, yeah.
Dude. It is just nothing but chaos and people fucking over each other because they're like, well... I already know I'm not going. I would have gone. And then... But no, didn't some people, like... No, yeah, that was part of the movie. It's like certain random characters all of a sudden, like...
Yeah, this is the end? Yeah.
Dude, that movie is so good.
Oh. I might watch that tonight. I might.
Yeah, it's an underrated movie. I always forget it's there. Michael Cera is, like, the best fucking character.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I loved, like... all the shit coming out about Jonah Hill not being a good person. Like, that was the whole point of that movie, was like, Jonah Hill's the nicest dude ever, but he's actually not. Like, I was like, oh, damn. And then all this shit popping off, I'm like, he
signed up for that.
Did they write his character that way and he didn't realize? Like,
I mean, that's honestly, like, what's funny. What was I watched, speaking of Jonah Hill, I watched a clip of it was Michael Cera talking about McLovin,
Yeah, yeah.
and that in the audition, uh, Jonah Hill specifically didn't want him
Yeah.
to be in the movie because he was like, what was so funny is that he was legitimately he would upset Jonah, and it would just make Jonah that much more funnier, and then he just legit didn't care, and so everyone was just dying, and they're like, well, he has to be it because you can't replicate this hatred that he brings out of Jonah. And I got to imagine, like, one, now that Jonah's obviously gotten all shit on, like, if he sees that guy, just that immediate, like, snap back to that moment, and then he's just also angry because no one likes him. I don't know. Do people like him anymore? Did he redeem himself? I don't pay attention.
It's hit or miss. I don't think he did. I don't think he got fully canceled, but I think a lot of people were just like, yeah, I just don't really like the guy. Like, and I saw the text messages he sent to, and was like, bro, like, yeah, you're right to try to set boundaries, but like,
not that way.
Not that way, and also like, you're dating a fucking sports model, man. Like, you signed up for that, bud.
Is, like, half of the people that were commenting, I think, like half the people that were commenting on that shit were just like completely oblivious to the fact that she was a surfer.
Yeah.
Right? That was it? She was a surfer?
Yeah,
like
she was a professional surfer and a model, yeah. And she taught people. So, like, him being like, I don't want you in bikinis around dudes, like, that's her job, bro.
Yeah, pretty much. It'd be like him being like, I don't want you to be being videotaped all the time. Like, well...
It's her job, bro.
I do that.
Yeah. Like, and I get it. I've been that toxic boyfriend too, but it was like not to that extreme. It was more like I don't trust these dudes you're hanging out with, and like I did go a little overboard, but you know, I for sure went overboard on it. But you know,
every guy goes through that at some point because, well, we know other dudes are usually trying.
Yeah.
And it becomes obvious at certain points. So you're like, and then you just gotta be like, you just gotta learn that part of like, oh, well, you just gotta trust.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. But,
so them Lions, yeah.
We'll wrap that back up because we should probably wrap up. It's a little late for you.
Yeah.
Let you actually shower and get relaxing and go make dinner and stuff.
I gotta fold my laundry and stuff.
We're putting this into the universe. Congratulations, Detroit Lions, on your first playoff win. I'm excited. I hope. Oh, man, I don't know who I want to verse because I think we're either versing Green Bay or Dallas again. Actually, no, I want it to be Dallas because I want to fuck Dallas up for screwing us in that game. So, good luck in that game with Dallas. And because if Dallas wins, it also means we don't verse the Packers. So, we're going to do that. Either way, I've done my dadding on this podcast. Oh, my God. Oh, hold on. One funny thing. So I realized, like, a long time ago, someone got me these Under Armour like sweatpants, and because I have this, I'm wearing the Lions like hoodie. I was like, oh my God, I am like dressed up like a middle-aged dad. I got a hole in my sock. I am in Lions memorabilia with Under Armour sweatpants. This is, I don't know.
See,
thank you guys.
Hold on. You're dressed like a middle-aged dad in a happy nuclear family. I am currently dressed like a middle-aged dad who got divorced, and I'm in a hotel too. So like, I don't have my kid this weekend. I'm covered in fucking grind marks and dust, like unshowered. I'm still in work
You're
clothes.
just depressed and like everything is going wrong and all you can do is like go to work and grind and be sad.
Yeah, I'm making fucking
They keep sending
tacos
you in the
tonight
corner 'cause
too.
they Hey, we're making burritos.
Nice. But yeah,
Yeah,
full
we
dad
got-
vibes, just different spectrums, man.
But yeah, regardless, thank you guys. We love you all so much. Have a great week, and we'll find out if I was right or wrong. I hope I'm right. Bye, guys.
Bye.